Alrighty, so we're going to be making our first Adobe Illustrator file. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go navigate down to the search bar in the lower left corner of your computer. We're going to find Adobe Illustrator 2022. If you don't see it, you can type in, ADOBE, and you want to click on the one that has the icon. That's the icon. I'm going to open this up. Alrighty. So, the first thing we're going to do is go over to the top left where it says New File in blue. We're going to click New File. We're going to change your file. It's going to say points most likely. We're going to change it from points to inches. And we're going to type in 5 inches width and 5 inches height. Next thing we want to change, you want to change it from CMYK to RGB. See how it says RGB? We want a raster effects on high, and we're going to hit create. At this point, you can go to File, Save As, and we're going to save it. Some of you might have the Creative Cloud, but you're going to continue to save as to your under a new folder. So you're going to right click, new folder, and we're going to name this, if you're period C or D, your period. I'm going to just say period C, not because we're better or anything, just what came first to mind. Period C files, and you can put Adobe. Click to open it, and you're going to name your file, last name, logo, and hit save. And it's going to give you a couple more prompts here to make sure that it looks good to you, and you're going to hit OK. You just want to make sure it says create PDF compatible, which it should already be preset to. And now we have our blank art page, which is pretty cool. One of the first things we're going to have everyone do is kind of just explore the toolbar, which you can find on the left side here. So some of the very important tools would be selection tool, direct selection tool, the rectangle tool, which I'm going to show you something here. You're going to right click on the rectangle tool, and you're going to see you have different options. You have an ellipse tool, polygon, star, and line segment. Further down the line, we have the paintbrush, text box tool. We're not going to use this too much, but we have an eraser, and then some other ones which we'll explore later. The first thing I'm going to have everyone do is we're going to grab the text box tool, or the type tool rather, and we're going to click and drag a text box. You're going to see it kind of populates like a Google slide. There's like this random gibberish language. You get a backspace. You can start typing something in here. Just straight facts. Highlight. You can change the fonts. This one looks kind of cool. That looks pretty sweet. Change the font size. You can see that if I go too big, and the text box isn't going to support the text size. You can play around with the fill of the letters, so that's going to control the color of the letters, and then the stroke. So we talked a little bit about stroke and fill under appearance. See that, folks? And stroke is going to control the line that's surrounding the letters. You can also adjust the weight of each to come up with different designs. Once you're done playing around with that, we can go navigate over to Google, and we can look something up. So obviously my last name is Stone, so I'm going to look up rock, JPEG, type of image file. Go to images. Let's see here. We got Dwayne. 600K for rock. All right, NFT rock. I'm gonna make some money here. Let's go into our Adobe Illustrator document, and we're gonna Control V in our rock. If you're not sure, I grabbed it from Google. I just right-click, copied. All right, so here we can see we have this very big white border. It covered up my text box. Oh no. All right, so what we're gonna do to fix this issue is we're gonna go find our beautiful selection tool. We're going to click on that. We're going to click on my image I just imported. We're going to go to where it says image trace. So we're going to take this from a very, I'm going to zoom in so you can see it, very granular raster file. We're going to make it into a vector file quick. So image trace, we're going to use some programming and AI to go ahead and trace this image out. And we're going to select 3 color. I believe that should look pretty good. That filter should look pretty decent. Okay, it looks not too bad. You can go ahead and play around with the different types of filters, and some of them have more contrast. Yeah, that one doesn't look too bad. I'll keep this one. So we're going to go to where it says expand now that we've chosen our image trace preset. And that's going to be able to remove some of the vectored layers. We can see how it's tracing out some of these blobs in here. And at this point, I'm going to be able to now go ahead and ungroup this image. And what that allows us to do is have some pretty crazy power here. So just an example, if we wanted to, we could click and drag this image down here. We can actually click and drag certain components of this rock out of the rock. It lets us really change the image. Not exactly like Photoshop, it has some aspects of it, or more or less changing the actual vector file. But we can see here we can do a lot with, depends how creative you want to be, a lot with the image we have in the artboard. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can change this into like, what does it look like to you? Like a fish, I don't know. Anything you want. I mean, you could put someone's face in here if you really wanted to. But for my example, what I want to do is I want to remove this white background. So we're going to click on the white background and we're going to hit delete. And we have the rock here. We're going to go ahead and make sure we're still on the selection tool. We're going to click and drag to highlight the rock. We're going to regroup it, and we're going to shrink it down to fit our artboard. All right. So yeah, stone is the best teacher, totally. And I have a rock here. This is the very basics of Adobe Illustrator and how we can start manipulating some images, text box, stroke and fill, and all sorts of other fun stuff. Alrighty, so we're going to move on to more complicated examples. So I want you to play around, import some images, play around with the text tools, make something fun.